So I'm going to be taking you through a done-for-you system. The system is my top-tier business. It pays out commissions of 1,250, 3,000, 5,500. It's paid directly into your bank account, and you don't have to make any sales calls. Okay. The same system has been leveraged by several thousand people to make good commissions. There are some top earners that are making in the millions, and there's some other people that are making a sort of comfortable $5,000 a month. So you really can determine where your own sort of earning potential is. And I'm going to take you through the system. As I said, what we'll be covering is affiliate marketing. What is affiliate marketing? And I'll be taking you through the pitfalls of affiliate marketing and any sort of issues regarding that. Problems with affiliate marketing, what the problems are with affiliate marketing, a done-for-you system that works, and social proof. So I'm going to be taking you through all these elements this evening. It's not going to be a long webinar. And for those that stay to the end of the webinar, I'm going to be offering some bonuses, so that you can sort of, be encouraged to sort of join the system. So let's go through what it is. So who am I to teach you, and why should you even listen to me? Well, my name is Herman van Niekerk. I am a business consultant. I've been business consulting and in the business environment for the last 30 odd years. I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm a industrial engineer, but more than anything else, I was trained as a systems thinker. So early in my engineering career, I had the opportunity to train as a systems thinker and a systems engineer, and everything was about systems and process. So I would go and tackle problems in terms of a system and process. That's without any computer systems. How do the systems operate, and how do they sort of deliver value? So that is my background from a business perspective. I've only been in online marketing for the last call it 8 months, and only started taking it very seriously the last 3 months. Okay. I'm a father of 4 sons. I'm trying to sort of encourage them to sort of look at the options. The world is changing, the environment is changing, the opportunities for young people is changing, and whatever you trained in university or in your trade or what have you, is going to change multiple times in your life. What people want is financial security. Everybody wants some form of financial security. So as a father of 4 young sons, that are entering the workforce and doing their further studies and apprenticeships like that, I want to expose them to the opportunities that the internet marketing provides. Now, these opportunities weren't around 15 years ago. They certainly weren't around when I was starting out in my career, and it gives people an incredible opportunity to leverage the internet to make a very, very good income for themselves, and you can determine what that income is. So I also like to be a sort of mentor and a coach to people, and I love helping people. That's just my particular nature. And I found a system that I believe, I honestly believe in the system. I believe it works, and I would love to sort of encourage you to sort of have a look at it and see if it's going to work for you. As a engineer and systems thinker, I've invested many years in my personal education, but recently in online marketing I've invested in excess of $60,000 in education and training and traveling around the world to meet individuals that are actually making the system work, and actually sort of leveraging the system and making themselves a very, very lucrative income. And I'll introduce some of these people, what sort of incomes they're making, and I'll let you sort of draw your own conclusions whether you are able to leverage that system or not. I've traveled and I've met the team. So the product I'm going to be talking about is my top tier business. The company is my online business empire, and the founder is a young man called Matt Lloyd. Now, believe it or not, Matt Lloyd is only 28 years old. All right. He started out in internet marketing, and for the first 2 years never made a cent in internet marketing. Um, Similarly, he invested a lot of money in internet marketing, but he was just missing what was required. And Matt has built a system, and the system is Mob, and the entry point is my top tier business. And he only started making his first real income in the early part of 2012. So he's grown this business from 2011, when I think he started getting little bits of money in, to a very, very solid organization with multiple members at various levels making very good income. And he's managed to leverage, and we're managed to leverage and learn from this, Matt and his team, in terms of what works, because you can spend literally thousands and thousands of dollars trying various things, going off the brightest shiny objects in the internet, and it is a quagmire out there. Even today, on a daily basis, I'm approached with multiple offers of various bright and shiny things. And for those that know me, I do my due diligence, and I look into things, and I make sure that and certainly that what I'm presenting today, if you follow the steps, you follow the process, you're able to make significant income out of it. I have just recently, in fact probably 10 days ago, come back from Kuta Kinabalu in Malaysia, which is Borneo, where I was up at a sort of mastermind event, which is a 6-day event where they brought some of the best minds in the world to come and talk to us, an audience of probably about 150,000, 250 people, 150, 200 people, a really great resort that we were at. And after the mastermind, I was in a particular immersion session, which I was very privileged to be in, where I was in a one-on-one session, not a one-on-one, but a sort of one with 5 people, with Matt and some of his other coaches. And to me, that was absolutely the best value, because I was able to kind of all of these things that are out there. Now, how do you physically do it? How do you physically do it? What do you got to do? First, in the mastermind, we spent a lot of time regarding mindset, and that was absolutely brilliant. Okay, absolutely brilliant. The event itself was, I can't talk highly enough of the event, but the actual learnings that we've got from the event, and some of the speakers that we met were fantastic. So what am I offering to you? I can offer the sort of, and leverage the learnings that I had, and sort of accelerate your sort of path in internet marketing. Okay, so why would you be interested? Because we've all heard about affiliate marketing, and you can go and do many courses on internet marketing, and there's people that'll talk about done for you systems, and they'll talk about you can do it yourself, and you can blog, and you can get free traffic, and you can do this, and you can go to Jazoo, for those that have heard of Jazoo, and you can go to Amazon.com, and you can go and be an affiliate marketer. You can sign up and you can make commissions. Great stuff. All right, you need to try this stuff, and I have personally tried it, and it's pretty hard work. And if you don't know what you're doing, it is very, you could be churning a lot of time and effort in stuff that is not going to produce any results for you. Okay, you can choose. If you go to Jazoo or even Amazon, there's literally thousands of products that you can sort of go and sell and put on your internet, on your website, and you hopefully get some sort of commission for it. You look at products like Amazon, they're not even going to look at you until you have a really solid, proven track record in affiliate marketing. Jazoo, you can go pick up, and a lot of the marketers there will say, yes, come on board and market our product. but but you don't know where to go with this. So personally, and if you look on the internet as well, there's a lot of issues with affiliate marketing. Um, it is not as easy as anybody puts out. To be an Amazon affiliate, firstly, as I pointed out, you have to have a proven track record. I went and did a course, one of my first courses in online marketing, which was an event I went to, and the guy said, well, you can make a lot of money, if you just go and put on and become an affiliate of Tony Robbins. You can make $600-700 a ticket. All right, fair enough. So it wasn't too long then I actually started trying to market Tony Robbins. The only fact is no one's going to even look at you unless you've got a proven track record as an affiliate marketer. You're known, you've branded on the internet. So that even companies like Tony Robbins is not going to let you come near them. So you're going to have to go to the companies like ClickBank or JZoo and go and choose products. The problem with these products is they're pretty low ticket items, right? So you can get good percentage commissions. You can get very good percentage commissions, such as you can get up to 90% commissions. But 90% commission on a $10 product is not a lot of money, all right? And it's not going to sort of get you to your financial freedom goals very quickly. So you really got to look at this in a different light. There's multiple levels of this. You can have joint ventures. It becomes a hard slog, right? You need to sell thousands of products to actually make make significant money. So if you look at the commissions that I'm going to be talking about, the first commission is $44 in my top tier business. The next one is $1,250. How many items would you need to sell on the low ticket items to get a commission of $1,250? You'd have to sell well over 120 of that. And the fact is that it takes the same effort to sell these high ticket items as it takes to sell the low ticket items. So the same amount of effort that it would take me to sell a product of $1,250, it's going to take me to sell a product of $9 or $7 or even $14. No matter where that's the entry point, you're going to be spending a lot of time and effort for really low value items. There's no support, right? So you go in and you can sign up to JZoo or ClickBank and you can attend a few webinars and things like that. But it's again, you're picking at things and you don't know where. It's just so many different shiny objects, and you've got to be very focused and know what you're doing, and then you've got to get the right support in the right areas, and it's very hard. That's why it's taken a person like Matt himself that just focused 24/7 for 2 years, didn't make a cent, to figure out how these things work. Do you want to go down that same path? I know a lot of people that try to do that and they just eventually give up. It just becomes way too hard. For the higher ticket items, you've got to then get on the phone and actually make the closing calls yourself. So if you're looking for affiliate marketing and you want to get the higher ticket values, you need to get on the phone and make those phone calls yourself. Now, I'm alright with making phone calls, but most people are not comfortable picking up the phone and actually sort of saying, hey, and actually sort of following through and actually making that, closing the sale. So I would, what I'm going to be presenting in the product is they actually have a closing team for you, so you don't have to make those phone calls. You don't have to make the awkward phone calls. Most people do not feel comfortable making those phone calls. As I said, no tech support, so never mind the support in terms of the product, but there's no technical support in terms of things and figuring it out. and a help desk where you can actually raise a ticket and they can solve your problem for you. And believe me, it gets very, very frustrating. So and the one thing, you can lose money and you can lose, but you don't get your time back, and you waste a lot of time and you don't get a lot of revenue. So that is one of the real issues with something such as affiliate marketing. So what I'm going to be offering you today is a product called My Top Tier Business, and this is one of Matt's products in his product range there. And it's a great sort of entry-level product. I'm just going to show you what the product actually has and offers. I hope you can all see that. It's a 21-step system that allows you to sort of earn the 6 or 7 figures, right? So it is an entry-level product. It does teach you about the basics of online marketing. What a sales funnel is, why you need a solid sales funnel. I mean, that's one of the sort of key things that, when I first did sort of online marketing, I was told to go and build your own sales products, and you build your own sales products with your own sales funnel. Well, yes, that's fair enough to do, but that takes an incredible amount of time to do that. So he talks about, gives you an introduction about sort of, what top tier business is, what most marketers do. They sort of just plow money down, and they waste money in terms of, not focusing on the right sort of areas. At the moment I'm focusing on Facebook advertising, and I'm actually sort of getting a lot of good sort of engagement there. They talk about things like the mindset. So, very importantly, if you're embarking on any of these things, most people's biggest problem, absolutely all people's biggest problem, is their mindset. Okay, and there's some really good lessons in this. You can see that the sort of timings of some of these sessions. So they're designed that you can do within 10 days or so. You can do it over longer, but it takes you through the steps that you go through. It talks about sort of a franchise model, and this is a franchise model, and this is a franchise model that works. So it's a franchise model on internet marketing that works. Okay, most businesses fail. 85% of businesses, or sorry, 90% of businesses fail, whereas 85% of franchises succeed while others fail. And really, what you do when you buy a McDonald's, or you go and buy a KFC or one of those sort of organization, you're following a process and a model, and that's exactly what you're doing when you sort of enter with MTTB. So instead of going and try your own affiliate marketing and try and do various things, you're actually following a system and a process that works. And remember what I spoke about earlier, is that I'm a systems and process person. So for me, having done my due diligence, looking at this is a system and process that works. Follow the system and process, and you will get the results. Okay. This is even more a lucrative model than a franchise, because a franchise, and this is the key thing, a franchise is buying yourself a job. All right. So most companies, people that own their business, they think they want to buy a job. You want to own my own business, but really you bought yourself a job, and you have more problems that you have with within a franchise. You have similar issues, but with an online business, which is a franchise such as MTTB, you have a system that allows you to determine the hours you work, when you work, how much effort and time you put into it. If employees don't pitch up, well, you don't have that same issue. If the delivery truck doesn't come on that day, you don't have the same issues. You have other issues, yes, of course, but they are nowhere near the same consequences of that. I actually at the moment is setting up a lot of outsourcing in the Philippines. So I've engaged an organization to do a lot of the work that I need done, the sort of repetitive work in the Philippines. And again, through this process and system, I'm taught how to do it. They then talk about some of the sort of, how license business works. So you basically sell licenses. So you have a sales funnel, and you sort of build that. Uh, you get the customers into the sales funnel, and there's various things that work. Then takes you, what's required to succeed. How do you get paid within Mo? You set up an e-wallet, etc. How the commissions work, so it gives you the details of exactly how the commission works. How you can get the top-end commissions, so how do you actually get those top-end commissions? And then there's another exciting bit, which I think is absolutely fantastic, is the Moog motors. So what is the Moog motors? If you get a certain amount of points, and believe me, those points are at the low end. If you get a certain amount of points, you qualified for a motor to be leased. Okay, and it used to be a Moog Mercedes, but Matt has now sort of extended that and made that to a motor. And there's people that have chosen to, get an aeroplane as their motor, or a speedboat, or yacht as their motor. And others have chosen, well, they don't want a Mercedes, they want one of the other sort of fancy cars. And basically it's a lease agreement, may pose lease agreement on your behalf. So that's another sort of real incentive for you to continue to make the commissions and sort of benefit from the system. Great in the system, it teaches you about the sales team. So I mentioned earlier that you don't need to close the thing. Most people don't like getting on the phone and closing sort of high-end commission ones. So once you've got people entered into the system and they want to sort of then step up to the various levels, there's a really dedicated, specific sales team that sort of works with your individuals and closes the deals for you, right? So you don't have to do that. Okay. Talks about the commissions again. What you've got to do. So it's a really good entry sort of point in terms of training, and you can get through this. You can get through this very comfortably in 10 days. You don't have to do it all in one setting. I wouldn't advise doing it in one setting. There's a bit of homework that goes with it. So you need to do that homework. And just have an open mind to how it operates. So this is the MTTB, my top tier business system. It's put together by Matt and his team, and it's really a great start into the system. So it offers you all those videos and tutorials. There's also sort of a lot of printed stuff that you can go through and study. So it's a great start. Now, this is a affiliate earner, a Moog affiliate earner. This is his actual account. I don't know when it was actually taken from. It's quite recently, but it says September there. So that's a period in September last year, from the 12th to the 18th. A commission of $90,000 US. That's an average of 2,800 per day US dollars. And for those that understand the sort of the jargon in the industry, the earnings per click of $36.56. Right, this is an actual account. It's one of the top earners, but it still gives you an indication of the sort of earnings that you can make. I'm going to be introducing you to another young man that's 26 years old, that's making 500 to 600,000 US dollars per month. Genuinely. So how do you get started? Well, you want to get started to make these commissions. You reach out to me. I can give you a link where you can go and sign up for the sort of entry level product, which is for $49. It's the MTTB that I've just gone through and explained to you. It's $49 US. With that, you get a guarantee of your money back within 30 days. If you don't like it, it's not for you. I'll be honest, I initially sort of started the 21 steps and I thought, no, this is just too good to be true. And then, I left it for a few months, and then I went back and looked at it again and said, and I went through all the steps, and I'd done further investigation, and it just made perfect sense to me because I was just struggling so much in the other stuff that I was doing. Here's a lovely young lady that I met in Kutakanagale. She's a young woman, Adeline. I think if I got her name right. I'm not very good at names at times. She's an Indonesian-based woman. A little bit about her story. She was based in Sydney, had committed to a whole lot of debts and things, supporting her family in Indonesia. She lost her job and she didn't know what to do. She entered into online marketing, and within the space of a year, for a young lady I wouldn't be able to guess her age, but I think she's very young. She's made in the first sort of year $100,000, and all she's done is she's focused on Facebook. She's chosen one channel and she's focused on Facebook, and she's leveraging a system. And I'd like you to hear from Adeline. So just if you don't hear her voice and it doesn't come through, I'll be watching the questions. Just raise your hand. So I'll make sure that I'm hopefully we can, because the last time I did this, I had some issues for the people hearing us. So just let me know if you're hearing it when I'm going to play the video now. Good afternoon. I'm here today with Adeline Sugianto from Indonesia. She spent a lot of time in Sydney as well. Yeah. And you're one of the recent six-figure earners in Moab. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. You want to let us know what your secret is?
So my secret is just basically to find a coach that can help me take to the next level, and also to find the right system, because a lot of people fail online because they know how to generate traffic. They can bring people in front of the offer, but the problem is that the offer itself most of the time is not very high converting. Like the sales funnel is not
I've been there,
efficient. So that's why people feel like this whole thing is like this whole internet marketing thing is a scam, or it doesn't work. But not many people actually realize that the secret to success is actually finding a system that converts. And Moab is one of the highest converting system that I have ever seen. So although I was really new when I started, and in 1 year, because I focus on the right activity, which is just generating traffic and having Moab to take care of all the conversion part, I leveraged the system. So in my first year, I was able to make six-figure income from scratch. So I would say, having the right coach, mentor, and having the right system that highly converts are the two main secrets to my success.
And what is your goals for the coming year?
My goal is to increase my income by 10x. Always aim high. If you don't land on the moon, you will fall on the stars. So basically I'm gonna take my income to the next level, and I'm also inspired to help as many people as I can, and I'm sure that's what Herman is for, right?
Absolutely.
Herman is one of the most genuine guy, and he invested a lot in his education, so he really knows what he's talking about, and he has the heart to help other people achieve the same results and the same success. So I really highly recommend to contact Herman if you're interested in building an online business, and if you're looking for someone who's able to help you and be there for you to take your business to the next level and achieve the lifestyle that you desire. So.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Adeline.
You're welcome. See you guys.
All right, there you heard from Adeline herself. Lovely young woman. Going to go watch this woman. She's going to go very far in this process. And really, all she's doing is she's just focusing on one medium, Facebook, and she's following the system. So, if you can do that, if Adeline can do that, I think anyone can do that. Here's another guy that I'd like you to meet, and really, this guy is 26-year-old from London, Shakir Hussain. He is one of the top earners within Moab at 26 years old. He makes at the moment $500,000 to $600,000 per month. That's right, $500,000 to $600,000 per month. and he intends leveraging that even further. Shakir and Matt have actually gone up to a castle in Scotland for the past 9 days, where they've actually gone with, and that these people are willing to invest in their future and what have you. They're paying a fortune to do this, but with a $50 billion billionaire, where they're going to teach him the next secrets and what they need to do to achieve in their business. So I'd like to hear what Shakir's got to say. A good guy to work with too. So just have a listen to this. Started. G'day, I'm here with Shakir Hussain from London, the UK, and we're at the Kuta Kinabalu immersion session. And you're a six-figure a month earner, $500,000 a month. What is your secret?
I just like to say it really comes down to being good looking. No, I'm just kidding. Listen. No, so, I get this question a lot. So, hey, my name is Shakir Hussain. I'm from London, UK, and I'm 26 years old, and I'm very grateful and very blessed to generate millions of dollars on the internet and hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. Now, when it comes down to, what's the secret, there's not really one secret. There's multiple secrets, but I'll give you one of the best ones. And one of the best ones is the most effective ones is to find systems that are working right now. They could be coaching systems, they could be mentorship systems, they could be programs, they could be high converting sales funnels in the marketplace that's working really well. Obviously, we just wrapped up a workshop where I was speaking at, and I wanted to share with you one of the highest converting systems in the marketplace right now, called the MTTB system. And it's a system that's designed to give you $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 commissions completely without having to do any personal selling. And it's a system that I've been able to use to generate over $1.8 million, and I'm really excited to share this with as many new people as we can. So myself and Herman, we are basically sharing this message to serious entrepreneurs that are looking to create change, looking to create results. And so if that fits you, and if you desire to create a full-time income on the internet, this is very important. This is something that you need to take action on right now. So click on the link below and get started working with us. That's it.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yes. Thanks. All right. There you've heard from Adeline and Shakir. I do apologize. I do realize I got that the voice wasn't originally auditable for Adeline, so I won't play it again. I'm happy to share it with anybody that wants it, the sort of the video itself. The latter part of the thing was auditable from what I can gather. Okay, so I sort of encourage you to sort of take action. And if you sign up sort of today, you'll get I'll offer for those the first 10 that take this offer up, I'll offer a half an hour Skype sort of consultation for those that are not Sydney based, or anybody that's Sydney based. I'll sort of do it in person, where we can sort of discuss what needs to be done. I sort of put my time on the internet marketing at $1,500 per hour, and I'm offering. I reckon this is easily worth $600 US dollars for a half an hour's consultation. Just getting you started. On top of that, I'll offer a sort of ebook on internet marketing. It's co-authored by myself and Matt Lloyd. Plus, for those that are able to sort of invest, I haven't done this yet. I haven't created these webinars yet, and I think this is something that I want to kind of be one of my niches in the market is just how to get started. How do you set up a sort of WordPress page? How do you set up your blog? How do you do this? So I'll offer those for those to sign up, sort of 5 free webinars, and they'll be done over the next couple courses of weeks. Okay. So the value to yourselves is, firstly, I hope you can see that the My Top 2 business, just the lessons within that is easily worth sort of 500,000. It's not 500 US dollars. Sorry, I'm thinking about Shakir again. And I've spent a lot of money in just investing in that stuff, and education is important. And if you're going to sort of make it in this field of business, you can make this the same sort of money as Shakir or Adeline or one of the other top earners, and get yourself a motor vehicle too. But it's only for those that really take action. If you get the product and you don't take action, well, you can't expect results. You've got to take action. You've got to do the steps. You've got to follow through on it. It's a great system. It can work. I've met people. I personally travelled overseas to meet those people. I'm going off again to. I could have gone to Mexico coming September. Spend another 10 days in an immersion there in Mexico. I'm still working at the moment, so I think it'd just be pushing my luck a little bit if I went off to Mexico as well. But I'm definitely going off to Thailand in November, and I'll be fitting a trip into Malaysia, in the studios with Matt somewhere between now and the end of the year. I'm working and having lots of interviews with Matt, just building my brand. So, what you get as well is the half-hour consultation with myself, the ebook. The half-hour consultation is $600 US. The ebook is easily worth $100 US, and the webinars themselves, just to get started, so you don't waste time and money, is in effectively at least 2,500. Total value would be 3,500. All right. Now, this is for a simple $49 product and get you started in the process. What I'd encourage you to do is to kind of reach out today, sort of breach one of those mechanisms yet. Normally I'd have my web page up and running. I've just switched my web page to a new sort of web page, and that is under construction, where it'll give you the option to sign in. So send me an email, get a hold of me in one of those mechanisms where it will enable you to sort of go and sign up for this particular product. Again, as I said, this MTTB is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So follow the steps. Have an open mind to this. It's a system that works. I wouldn't be behind this product if I didn't believe in it and I didn't sort of see the results that other people have leveraged. I haven't managed to leverage those same results yet. I've literally, I bought into the system, and then I went off to Malaysia. I spent a lot of time in that. So over the next few months, I'm going to be ramping up very heavily, and I hope to be in the order of at least Adeline and not too long of where Shakir is, just putting the systems in process and refining those systems and processes. So if you've got any questions, you're welcome to type them in, or if you want me to unmute, I'm happy to sort of unmute and you can sort of put your questions to me. If you put your hand up if you've got a question, or but I really encourage those today on the webinar to take some action. It is the best entry point that you can do.